Hey guys, it's Joey here, and today we're going to be rewiring some of the navigation ports for the front of our boats so we can go from this guy to this guy from YOLOtek. Check it out. My red-green bow light port is a rare 3-pin. So if you look down in the port, you can see 3 metal pins instead of the normal 2-pin. This is a non-standard port, and the reason for the 3rd pin is a little white map light on the bow light. Not sure why you would need to read a map on the front of your boat, but we want to rewire the 3-pin and make it a standard 2-pin wiring so you can use standard bow light or YOLOtek gear. Let's get started. One of the first things we're going to have to do is remove these 2 screws right here. Then you're going to have 2 more on the front side, and you do the exact same thing. Once you get done, you should have 4 screws. Make sure to put those screws in a safe place so you don't lose them. You'll need them to go back in later. Now, once you have your screws removed, you should be able to pull this wiring harness out. Now, be careful when you're pulling it out because you don't want to unplug any of your existing wires or tear anything up. Now we're going to start looking at the actual wiring harness here. Now, as you'll notice on the inside of the port, you have A, B, and C. And we're going to rewire those so that they actually match up with the YOLOtek requirements in order to give power to our new attachment. Here we have A, B, and C connections. Now, there has apparently already been some work done on here, so what we're going to do is we're going to disconnect B and C, and then we're going to wire those together in order to get the right connections for our YOLOtek attachment. So now we're going to take these caps off of here, and before we had B and C were separate, and they were separate so you could have that little reading light, the little white light. And so now we're actually going to take them, we're going to fuse them together for just a minute. Now, of course, we're actually going to come back and put heat shrink on this, and we're going to do it all properly, but we're just going to check this out really fast to see if our navigation is working properly. So now that we've put those together, and again, we're going to come back and clean it up a whole lot and waterproof it. Let's see if our navigation lights work. So they're working. Let's get our YOLOtek attachment, which did not work before, but now with the proper wiring, it should work correctly. And let's see how that works. So look at there, guys. We have power, we got it connection, we got our light lit up here, and we also have our light lit up here. As you can tell, they're both working properly. Now we just have to go back in and clean up our wiring and make sure we waterproof everything in order to put it back in place and work properly. So now we have everything heat shrinked. We got it all back in place. We're going to take our wiring and ease it back into position. Be careful not to crimp any of the wires. Make sure that gasket is right back where it started from. Now we're going to put our screws back into position. So now that we've got everything done, as you can tell, we have our lights. You can see it reflecting on our hand there. They're working properly. Our YOLOtek attachment's working properly. We just had to take about 10 minutes to rewire these connections. Put that together. Now the little reading light, it doesn't work on here, which is fine. I'm not planning on reading any books out on the water anyways, but our navigation light's working properly. Our YOLOtek light is working properly as well. Thank you guys, and hopefully this helps.